Welcome back to Crafting with Rocks. This is Aholibamah, and today our special project is to build the base. So here is the elevator in the middle of it, and up there is where we're going to build the platform where our bed goes and other things like that. So without further ado, we're going to move that island over there up to here, but probably not make it out of dirt. So let's get building. First off, I want to surround this with some glass. So I'll go out here, and then all the way there. Okay. And finally there. Then I'm going to build this up to that level so that it's all framed in. And then I will come back and build that up there. So I will get this stacked up and then I'll bring you back. So I've set up a glass platform up here and brought my equipment up, and now I'm putting in a layer of slabs around the outside that I will go back and probably make into a circle in the near future. But for now, I'm just putting in the slabs. And then I will get out the plotting program and make the circle. So I'm going to have a round base of operations, and with any luck, it will work out well. And then the next level I will do on the flat surface, and I'll put the bed on that. Eventually we'll get to the point where we put the roof on it, but for now it'll just be open, which is not so great for phantoms. So here we have it so far, and I will go get that plotting program out and make the circle now. So I got the circle in, and next step is to make a bigger circle with the at the whole slab level, or the whole block level. So my footage got corrupted from when I was building this, but I raised up the outside edge a little bit and then filled in the corners to hold up the roof. Put in the roof at basically the same style as the rest of it. And I put a crafting table on here. Brought my things in, and since then I've been working to expand our base out this way. So we've taken that corner back and this edge back to expand our base, and it's almost wide enough in this direction to begin the next portion of our build here in the main base portion. I'm going to put in the storage around the outside, and it's going to go, well, let's go down here and look. This is going to be the level, or the line where the chests go. So it'll go along here, and then it'll turn over here and go along here, and you can see where the third one is off to the left. So it'll have a few chests for my, and it'll all be deep storage for all the objects that I can gather. And it'll be a little bit complicated because I will have, see, it'll bring in the cobble, and if the cobble's full, it'll redirect the cobble over to a smelter, and then it'll come back and put it in the stone. And if the stone's full, then it'll redirect it to a smelter again, and it'll make smooth stone, and then that'll come back. And if that's full, well, I don't know what to do with that, but that's the current plan as it stands. And I will do things like that for multiple items, such as the cactuses or the kelp. That's the word I was looking for. And so we will have deep storage for multiple types of items, that you can get from one thing. So that should give us quite a bit of storage. If I did my math right, it should be right around 256 chests worth. So that should be nice. So meanwhile, given the number of chests of deep storage I'm going to have, I'm going to need to make a tree farm, and I'm not sure where to stick that. These chests are temporary. They'll be coming down once I get the storage up and running. They're just holding all the blocks from digging these areas out. So meanwhile, I think I will build a basic spruce tree farm, similar to what I had for the that I used for dark oak in season 1. So let's get a basic one of those running. Okay, so I'm going to build this temporary tree farm over here. It may later become permanent, so I'm going to build it as such. So it's going to be made out of hoppers for now, and later we will expand it and perhaps put in the rail system underneath. So I will get going on these hoppers and bring you back once I've got some structure to it. Okay, so I've got in all the hoppers and they should all direct things to this chest over here. So, and then this is where I plant the trees and bone meal them. So now I'm just going to need to come up with a source of bone meal for that. But meanwhile, I'll just plant the trees and see what happens. So, let me get a tree planted. So I put in some lights and a diving board and planted the tree. And now we just wait unless I go find some bone meal. I think I've got some in a chest around here somewhere, so I'll go grab that. So I'm back with the bone meal, and here we go. Let's see what we get. Well, we're going to need the fortune from the hoe because it doesn't have very many leaves. So here we go. Diving board's a little high for this one too. Okay. And down we go. Let's get these out though. Okay. Let's see what we get out of this tree. Almost there. Okay, now we got some sugar cane out of it. Interesting. Okay, so we'll put that back and replant those. Stick that in there. Not bad, not bad. So I will work on this for a while because we're going to need a lot of wood for all those chests. And then I'll bring you back. Okay, so here is the first complicated part of this storage system. It's going to be off the ground. So I need to build it over like so, and these chests are only temporary because this is the spot for shulker boxes, much like the storage system from season 1. So I will put hoppers in the back, and then I'll take these back out so that I can just stick a shulker box there when I want to fill it. So, and then that'll allow me to come in and out from any angle without having to fly or tunnel through the bedrock. And we're almost there. Okay, now the question is, yeah, I think I put this way. Okay. And then in this direction, it will run into that wall before it gets far enough, because I still need to dig it out further, but we're going to get this thing started anyway. It'll be nice to have the storage system running, even if it's only partial. Oh, you quiet in there. That's the floor llama. That one got out. I helped it out when I cut back this area. Got back to it and helped it out. Okay, so let's put one more in. There we go. So that's going to have to go back a long ways to get to that. But meanwhile, this side is in. And we'll see why this side needs to go back further, because putting that hopper in and then all those other ones over here, it's going to be a mess. Okay. So I will get this laid out, and then I'll bring you back. So now that I've got it laid out, they don't even all render in. You can't even see the ones on the other side unless I walk closer. But it's time to start getting hoppers in. So I've got 65, and if I did that side, it should do all the chests with one left. So I will do that side, in spite of the fact that it's not going to help me out that much. So we start here. And I will get these in and get them counted. So it worked. It was 64 with one left over, and so now I'm going to do this side, because this is the side I'll be using first, I think. And then I will start putting the chests on top instead of in front. I gotta move all those, so that'll be a fun part. I'll probably go get some scaffolding for that. Okay, so now I've got all of the hoppers in for all of the chests that I put in. So now it's time to take these chests out and reinstall them where they're supposed to go. Okay, so I've answered the wood problem, but I've decided that I'm not going to be able to build this unless I have an iron farm in the near vicinity, because this is just taking way too much iron. So I'm going to need to construct that, and I think, well, I'll be right back. So we will use what we've got for this episode, and we will build an iron farm next episode. It'll be interesting to come up with a new design. Maybe I'll use somebody else's, but we'll see. There's a good chance that I'll just make up a new one, since it's even easier than I had it last time. Meanwhile, I'm gonna cut down some more wood so that I have enough. So I'll get busy with that. So this is where I've gotten to with the couple hours of work I put into it so far. So I'm going to have to keep going and chopping more trees in order to get much higher. I'm thinking I want to take that a little bit higher so that each deep storage has a significant amount in it. I'm not sure how much higher. I'm going to have to figure that out though before I can get the ice in, and I'm going to have to also dig out that side and that side all the way before I can get the ice in. So that's kind of a bummer, and it's got me down a little bit, but I'll get to that between episodes. Meanwhile, excuse me. Meanwhile, yeah, I will keep working on, digging out, well, draining out and then digging that out, and then starting on this side and also chopping down trees and building this up. So look forward to seeing some progress reports on the status of the, what is this, the west wall of the storage for a little while. And then we'll work on the other three after that. So without further ado, thank you for watching. It's been a long time coming because I did a lot of work AFK, or not AFK, a lot of work off camera digging out this area. But remember to do well, do good, and rock on.